Alright, continuing modern horror weekend, we have movie The Intruders from 2015, starring Miranda Cosgrove, Austin Butler, Tom Sizemore, and Donald Logue. So, story time with Scotty. I bought this around the time it came out. I bought it from Family Video, so it was like, I don't know, $5-10. So, I bought it strictly because Miranda Cosgrove's on it. I'm an iCarly fan. And also Austin Butler's in it, and they were both on iCarly. Like, he had like a one episode role. I think it was I Like Jake. I think he played Jake. So, yeah. And so it's always interesting when you have like your kid stars go on to do more adult roles. And she's a college student. In this story, she plays a college student named Rose, who moves into a new house with her dad, played by Donald Logue. And when she gets there, she starts to realize that strange things are happening in the house. But of course, no one believes her. Is there something going on, or is she going nuts? Who knows? Now, I bought this, and I think I watched this a total of 3 times now. This is the 3rd time I've watched this. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out why I never watched this more. First time I watched it, thought it was okay. Couldn't remember. Then the second time I went to watch it, I'm like, I wonder why I didn't. I wonder why I didn't want to watch this again. So I put it in, and I forgot again. This time I was wondering, why don't I ever, go back to this? And now I know why, and it'd be on camera for everyone to see. The ending, really, it just... I know there's a story behind it. This time I paid attention. I think the first 2 times I didn't pay attention, but it's still kind of just like when they present red herrings out there, and then it's just someone who's in the house, who's been mentioned before, but it's not really been mentioned as if he was a suspect, and it's just, ooh, dude in the house we never met before until this act. Sure, we heard about him, but there's not enough stuff. We don't get enough exposition, backstory, anything on this character other than he used to live in the house with his mom and this girl. That's it. And the fact that they keep pointing fingers at 2 other characters in this film always means to me, whenever you're in a horror film like this, where it's a whodunit, and you're trying to figure out who's doing this, who's behind it, every time there's stuff pointed at someone, like the boyfriend guy, Austin Butler's character, he's like, he has a whole bunch of stuff that's pointed to him, like, oh, he has the keys to the house, so he can come in whenever he wants because he's part of the construction crew. And he's late picking her up for some reason, which he says is because of his mom, but he says he lived with his dad, but he goes, yeah, I stopped at my mom's. And we know that the neighbor girl was taken by someone just before he showed up with the van. So it's trying to lead us to believe that it's him. Also, earlier in the film, we are also led to believe that it's the next door neighbor, her father, the girl's father, the neighbor girl's father. Even that doesn't make sense why he would attack his own daughter. So, yeah. I never for once believed it was either of them. Because it's just pointing too much at these characters. So you know it's not them. Also, the trope of main character tells you something's going on. No one believes her because of ... her mother committed suicide, and now they think that she might have the same mental illness, but she had a breakdown, not because of mental illness, because of stress, but her father questions everything that she says because he thinks she's going to end up like her mother. So, he doesn't believe anything that she says. Not one word. He's trying to tell her something. She keeps trying to tell him something's going on in the house, but he won't listen because he just believes it's mental illness taking its toll. And yeah, that's one of the things why I'm like, why don't I remember this being good? Why don't I visit? Well, that's one of the things. I hate that kind of trope. Main character keeps saying something's going on, and no one believes him, even though there's pretty big evidence. Not really big evidence, but like you should at least try. Like if he broke through the walls and looked around, he would find evidence, but he doesn't, because if he did, we would be over. So we have characters not believing her, even though they probably should. Also, Austin Butler's character is there primarily to be a suspect for the audience to think it's him. So he's immediately a red herring from the beginning. She's got the keys, and then she takes the keys from him, but somehow someone's still in the house. And it turns out, so she begins investigating this woman named, say in the back, Rachel, I think. Named Rachel. Her name is Rose, by the way. Investigating this girl named Rachel who disappeared. Apparently, she was a boarder in the house with the woman who owned the house prior and her son. And then the woman disappeared and Rachel disappeared and the woman left. I guess there's no mention of her son. I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. This came out a year before The Boy. You could sort of say that this kind of is similar. I don't know which was written first, but they are kind of similar, because it turns out son was living in the house the entire time, like in the walls, much like in The Boy, living in the walls. So, yeah. And it was the son the entire time. And like I said, they reveal who it is. I'm like, who? And then he starts to explain, his motive and everything. I'm like, oh, it's the son. It's the lady's son who grew an attachment to Rachel and attacked her. And now he did the same thing to the neighbor girl, and now he did it to Rose because he's a sicko. Okay. And then Dad comes in. He's no hubby, gets knocked out. And then she kills him. And then we get boyfriend showing up at the end, because he was only in this movie to be a red herring. That's it. Once it's time to reveal the killer, he's gone. He doesn't even help her at the end. He's just gone. Until after the incident happens, and then he's there to be boyfriend again. And she says this before, when she asked for the keys back, she goes, just because we kissed doesn't mean that we're together. I'm like, I think it kind of does. Like, you don't kiss someone you don't want to be with, right? At least in my experience. You're not going to walk up with some random lady and go, we're not together though. Maybe you like someone you don't want to be with them. I don't know. But it just, that line just doesn't, it just sticks out to me. It doesn't work. Yes. Why'd they move? I guess it's a question. I guess I'd be kind of uncomfortable living in the house too, but it's always that trope of, something happens in the house and then they move, and it's like, but whatever was happening in the house is done now, so why are you moving? It's like, I don't know, it's like Poltergeist, right? They move in the remake. Spoiler alert, I haven't talked about the remake yet, but they move to a new house and they go in and then they leave because they think it's haunted in their house. I don't know. But yeah, this is okay. But there is a reason why I don't come back to this often, and it's because it's not very good. So I'm just going to say, it's not even middle of the road. I'm just going to say, when it comes to The Intruders, it's not worth your time. Miranda Cosgrove is good. If you had a crush on her from iCarly, there's a scene where she's in a bra, and then we get some booty shots. Underwear, panty, booty shots. And she puts her thing on, and then she turns around to get her dress, and you see booty and underwear. So if you had a crush on her, there you go. If you ever want to see Carly in her underwear, there you go. And she was of age. She was like 22 when she did this, so it's fine. Yeah, that's the... This was her first thing after iCarly, so I'm thinking they did that to show she was growing up. But I don't know. It's kind of gratuitous. It's PG-13, but yeah, not worth your time. But here, what is worth your time is our next selection. I didn't roll the dice. I just set them over there. So, yeah. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. I already need to add one. This one. Egg on it. We're gonna put it. Let's put it in the middle here. All right. So we're gonna roll the dice. 10? Is that it? I believe so. Get a shot. There we go. 10. 6 and 4 is 10. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Alright. Put down. And we have The Hunt. Coincidentally, I did this on purpose. This is the first movie that's stacked on the top of the pile. So The Hunt from 2019. It says 2020, that might be the DVD release. 2019, yeah. The Hunt. So, we have to put that. There we go. So that'll be the next review. So what are your thoughts on The Intruders from 2015? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. Also, at some point today... Oh, no, wait. Never mind. I'm going to be recording my haul video, but you won't get it until... What is it? Sunday? Monday? Monday you'll get it. So look for that. But, yeah, because my last 2 DVDs of the month should be coming. I'm going to get the other one still after that I have ordered. So they should be coming today, hopefully, and I can shoot that, have it out by Monday. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.